The most anger I've ever felt in my life was during minute 6 of episode 11 of Erased. It's been around 24 hours as of this recording that I've watched this episode, and I still haven't gotten over it. I don't understand the necessity of that ending. I don't realize, I can't see why they would do that. Like, they said, stay 12 episodes setting up this whole romance with Satoru and Kaio and then just throw it away. Like, the author just has to be like a cuck or something. There's just no way that a normal man would write that own like into his own story. They would incorporate that. Like, I know it's being realistic, I guess, because you don't have people won't always like you, I guess, even no matter what you do for them. But it's a fiction. You went back in time, you know. It's not real. It's not a realistic story from its basis. It's kind of grounded compared to other anime, sure, but like if you take that away, it is not a realistic story at all. So it shouldn't have that. Like it was probably just meant to be like a romance, but the author's like, no, no, let me ruin my story in the last two episodes. I'd love to do that. I don't understand why someone would do that to like this their own. Like you put yourself into your story, you know. You put your soul when you write a manga, when you make an anime, anything like that. That's you. It's a reflection of who you are. So why would he ruin it? Why would he do that to himself? I can't get it. I don't think I ever will. Um, I didn't even watch the last episode to be honest. I skimmed through it. I don't like the fact that they're putting Satoru together with Irie because she's like what 17 and he's like 30. And like I saw some dude comment on it, he's like, "Oh, it's not that bad of an age." It is that bad of an age gap, man. It is that bad. That's almost a full 10 years, bro. It's actually super messed up. I really didn't like how they set that up. I don't like how they threw it all away. It's just the offer just has to be some sort of like closet cuck or something. I just nobody would do that. It just pissed me off so much. It got me genuinely mad. This is the most angry I've been in my life. Usually I'm calm about most things. I get a little mad when I'm playing some Roblox or some shit like that, but when I'm like normally my anything else, I kind of just shrug it off. It's like another anime, like oh whatever. Like when I was watching Seven Deadly Sins and the animation studio changed and it became unwatchable, I was just done with it. Like, I just dropped it. I'm like oh whatever. But this like I don't know, maybe because like the plot and the characters weren't dog shit. I kind of like cared for the characters. I cared for the plot. I wanted to see what happened in the end. But like I just it's just hard. It's just hardening, you know. It's just hard to see this. Like, it's just not fun. It's not a good time. It's not a good watch. It's just like just make it a five-course meal and you just shit on all over it. The last couple minutes, like it's about to finish boiling. Oh, gotta take a shit. Where can I do it? Right in the stew that I'm cooking. That's basically what it was. I just it just pissed me off so much. Like ruined my day. Ruined the next day. Went to sleep angry. I woke up angry. I'm gonna stay angry until I finish. Like middle of moving right now. I'm pissed while moving, and that's not fun. I just I never thought that I would regret watching a show until episode 6 hit, and like I think I would have preferred it if he just killed Satoru or Kaio off. He just never mentioned it. Just said, "Oh, the story died when he drowned in the lake." I'd be like, "Cool beans." I wouldn't have questioned it, but it's so it's like it's so bitch made to do that, you know? Like that's your character, that's your life's work. You spend your entire life working towards this point to make this manga. And what do you do with it? You fuck it in the ass for no goddamn reason. And it's just it's bullshit. That's what it is. It's just bullshit. Complete utter horseshit. And it sucks because it was a good show. I was fully invested. I was in that shit for days. I watched it. I would watch like an episode before just going to sleep. I had to ignore whatever the hell I was doing to watch another episode of Erase. You know, I'd stay up a little later to watch it more. And it's like it's crazy just how much like a fictional story could just really fuck up your day if like the author goes the wrong way, and it's so weird to me. I can never imagine doing that. I do maybe one day want manga. That'd be pretty cool. I would love to do that, but like I'm not good enough at drawing yet. I'm not gonna be for a really long time, so it's not like I'm gonna do that anytime soon. But I just know in my heart that if I ever were to make a manga, I wouldn't do that type of stuff to the characters I made because I'd feel like that's my creation, you know. That's an extension of my soul. That's something I made. That's me, and I'm doing it dirty. Like I'm not doing myself dirty. I'm doing the dirty to the people that they like they supported me. They bought my manga. They got an anime adaptation, and they wait and they see that. That's the end. It's just wrong to me. It's wrong. That's what it is. But hey, every hotel does have a cuck chair. We know why now. The goddamn offer of a race. Weirdo ass. It's just. It really sucks when you get so invested in something. Like, you genuinely like a show. You're there for it. You're like, yup, that's my show right there. You sit down, some food, you're ready to watch that shit. That's like your time. And then it ends in such a shit way that just like there's no way you can express yourself. You know, if you go outside and you tell your parents, "Oh yeah, I'm pretty mad today because I watched the show and it sucked, so I'm gonna let it mess up my day." They're gonna tell you the same thing. They're gonna be like, "Oh, it's not real," and you're like, "I know, it still sucked though. Still sucks now. It's gonna suck tomorrow. It's gonna suck the day after." I don't know. It's just to me, it's just like it's not right. That's not something you do. That's not something anybody should do. Uh, I hope that one day I get to make that manga that I want to make. I hope that I do have a fan base that genuinely likes the work I'm doing. That would be like the biggest privilege. And I pray that I don't make the same mistakes that this author did because like I've never felt this angry before, especially not about an anime. Like I've never been this just like thoroughly pissed at anything before, and it just kind of sucks because I don't like being angry, but like it's kind of hard to like ignore it. I've seen some decent kind of like supporters. They were like, "Oh, but it's like they were never really romantic relationship. He was just trying to save her," and it's like I get that, but they low key were set up to be lovers. Like, you can't lie to me. Like apparently, I haven't read the manga. I'm not going to because of that genuine anger I feel for that shit. But like they were set up to be lovers. You can't convince me otherwise. Because like she made gloves for him, bro. If she made gloves for you, she love you, bro. It's that simple. And like she apparently in the manga like waited for him for like a bunch of years, and his mom moved away so she could live her own life. And man, fuck her own life, man. Nobody wants to see that shit. Everybody wanted to see Sato X Kyo. Like nobody wants to see like the goddamn who was it? Hiromi, I think, the femboy or some shit. I don't want to see that shit. That's not. I don't want to see that. I'm not here for that. I'm here for the other one. That shit's wrong. It's wrong. And it's like I don't know. I just feel like it just makes me mad because like imagine yourself in that situation. You literally go back in time 2 times to save a person, and she doesn't even wait for you, man. She just like the killer does. He was there 15 years later. He pulled up. He's like, "Yep, I've been waiting for you." The girl didn't. She left him, and it just sucked. I wanted to just like just throw my computer out the window when I saw that shit. It's been ruining my day for several days now. I don't want to like it's I don't want to think about it, but then it's like what else is there to think about? Like it's a show that's supposed to stay in your mind, and it does its job. It stays in your mind. It just fucks you over because of how shit the ending was. But it's there. It's in the back of my head. I don't want it to be, but it's there. I can't stop it from being there. I can't deny the fact that it's ruining my days because I mean maybe it's a little dramatic. letting a fucking anime ruin my day. But you know, like to me, stories are like everything. You know, anytime a story is told, it's like that's the human race. That's what we're leaving behind. That's like that's your legacy. You know, as I said, when you say make something, that's an extension of you. That's an extension of your soul. But like they're sacred, basically. Like I genuinely believe that stories are something to be cherished and something to like be like i- inspired, not inspired, sorry, something to be like rejoiced, something that people should like. And they acknowledge it obviously because stories are the number one thing of this planet. Because like manga, movies, even songs tell stories, albums, concept albums, stuff like that. And it's just it kind of sucks when you know like a story's good and you're happy. You're like, whoa, I love this, and it all just gets thrown away. Like there was, but I don't understand. Like he's back to the beginning. In the like, oh, what's the point of the story? He saved her just for like just for them to not only not be together, but he's also gonna go with a high schooler when he's 30 years old, and like he's in the same place that he was. He's still 29-year-old manga artist Satoru, whatever his last name was. I forgot. It's like Fuji. I forgot. It started with that. But it just sucked. I feel like I wasted my time. I feel like I wasted my energy, I guess. Not energy, like I just everything, you know. I was just happy. I was really happy watching the show. I was truly content with it. But now I feel like it was just a waste of everything. A waste of potential, a waste of good animation, a waste of my time, a waste of the author's, I guess, good idea. Because it was a good idea. Like, getting sent back in time before like a tragedy happens and then you get sent back to your child. That's awesome sauce. I love that shit. I was so invested. And I don't know. Maybe like someday I'll look back and be like, oh, it wasn't that bad. But like maybe that's after I like live through a little bit more of life because I'm very young right now. I'm just gonna start adulthood soon, so maybe I just don't understand it yet because it's not made for me. You know, maybe it's just made for people who've already gone through something like loss, something like heartbreak. Maybe they could resonate with it because they know that life isn't fair, but they're like, oh, but I still made the sacrifice, and it's good for me because I know that my friends are happy. It's good for me because I know that I did that. It's because of me. But for me personally, I just couldn't. Like, I would sacrifice everything for the ones I love, but it's hard, you know. I don't want to see that shit in the show. I want to see a happy ending, bro. I don't want to see Hiromi's baby. I want to see Satoru's baby with her. It's like that's all I wanted to see, bro. I just wanted to see the end. Whoa, happy ending. Whoa, big fictional party, whatever, with like the live mom, killer's in jail, the dude that was stammering, he's back out of jail. Like, whoa, awesome sauce. Everything's fixed. Big ending. But no, like that shit just ruined my day, ruined my week, ruined my month. It's just gonna be in the back of my head. Like every time I think about it, I'm just gonna remember like how mad I was when that shit happened, and it's just gonna stay with me for a really long time. Probably not until the end of my life because I don't think I'm that much of a bitch yet, but it's gonna be here for at least a couple years. I'm gonna remember Erased. I'm gonna get really mad, and then I'm gonna like calm down after a few days of being really mad, and yeah. Uh, I don't know what to watch next. I don't really watch romance animes, but I feel like I need to watch one just to like balance out, cancel the hell I just went through watching Erased. It was so hyped up too, man. The opening was so good. That shit was peak, and I can't listen to it anymore because I just every time I listen to it, it reminds me of that fuck ass ending, and it just gets me mad all over again. So I'm just gonna, I guess I'm just gonna like, I don't know, gonna play some shit or read some Soul Eater, find another show to watch, cancel it out with like some sappy ass show. It's like happy as shit 24/7, and then move on with my life because that's what I have to do. Because I'm not gonna stay crying about fictional characters for the rest of my life. I'm gonna be pissed about it for the rest of my life, but I'm not gonna be complaining about it for the rest of my life because that gets boring for me and for whoever's listening. So, yeah, I guess that's it. I was just really mad. I just wanted to speak when I fought. I needed like a way to like truly rant about it. But I'm not gonna say that to anyone I know because it's kind of like I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of cringe. I can't lie. I'm not gonna complain about this shit because I find it like if someone was telling me like the things I just said, like oh, it's a piece of your soul, I'd be pretty pissed. I tend to shut the fuck up. But as you know, I'm every now and then we're all humans. We all have some of these thoughts. You know, I can't blame myself for thinking a little something a little cringe every now and then. It's not my fault entirely. So yeah. If I ever have another show to rant about, or I ever decide to make another ABA video, I just post it here. Just be on the lookout. Actually, it doesn't even matter. I don't even make content that well, man. Just thank you for listening to my rant about this fuck ass show. I genuinely appreciate it, and I hope that you don't give the show a chance because you're just gonna be fucking yourself over, and it's not gonna be a very fun time. You're not gonna have a fun watch. I can't. I can recommend that you watch the first 10 episodes, and then when he like is in the lake, just turn it off. Like, don't let temptation get near you. Those last 2 episodes, pretend they don't exist. It ends when he's in the lake. That's it. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm putting out. It ends when he's in the lake. I might as well just go to college just to study manga, just so I can make an alternate ending where it ends right then and there, because I don't want to see this shit anymore. So yeah, I don't have anything else to say. I already said that. Like I already said that, but you get the point. Uh, Goodbye.